Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today, what do you know, it's another crazy person video. I don't even know how to begin this video because I think my last video I said how crazy I am, and now here I am again. Actually, I think it was 2 videos ago. Okay, 2 videos ago I talked about how crazy I am because I was changing everything again. I don't even know if I'm gonna put changing everything again in the title of this video. I'm still doing everything that I said in that last video when I said I was changing everything. I'm still doing that. I'm just adding more things, I guess. And I'm kind of, what is the phrase? Eating crow? I don't even know if that's totally accurate, but I'm also kind of backpedaling some things I said about a certain curriculum. So anyway, we're gonna get into a nice haul of some new curriculum I have purchased for our homeschool because yes, it's February and I'm just crazy, I guess. But honestly, I say that kind of tongue-in-cheek. I know when I say that, some people might be taking me seriously, like that I really think I'm crazy and that I'm just that I legit am crazy. And maybe you think I am, and that's fine. But I'm kind of just joking. That's just my personality. I'm kind of sarcastic and joking. I do think it's a little bit crazy, I guess, but at the end of the day, I am just trying to find what fits for my family. And my personal philosophy and the way I go about organizing my homeschool and teaching my kids is I am not afraid to change up curriculum or try different things or go back to something if I realize, no, you know what, I think I was wrong about that. I'm not afraid to do that. I feel like there are other homeschool channels here on YouTube that are the same way, but it's more unique. I would say most people here on YouTube kind of stick with certain curriculum that they say is fine, and they think it's kind of wrong to jump around because they feel like their kids will have gaps or something like that. My kids are still very young, my little ones. I do have a kid in high school, but he's kind of like in his own thing with online classes and stuff. But with my little ones, I have a 3-year-old who's pre-K, a kindergartner who is 5, and a 2nd grader who is just turned 8. And so they're still very young, and even though we have switched some curriculum, I don't feel like they have major gaps or anything like that because I'm the one teaching them, and so I know, what they don't know. I just feel like we've gotten a more richer and richer experience when it comes to homeschooling as we have found the curriculum that works best for us. So anyway, I'm gonna get more into that in this video, but I know you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, and honestly, I'm just making this channel for fun. I don't post these videos to be this is how to homeschool. I am just posting them as a real life homeschooling mom and our journey and our experience. And if you can get something out of that, get some curriculum ideas from all of the curriculum I try or whatever, then great. If not, that's okay too. So anyway, hello, if you are new here, my name is Madison. I have 4 kids, ages 16, 8, 5, and 3, and they all homeschool. And today I am going to have to admit that I was kind of wrong about the good and the beautiful. I'm just gonna say, I wasn't totally wrong, okay? But I think I was kind of wrong. I am going back to some of the good and the beautiful stuff. Will I forever go back? I don't know, but at this point in time, I think I've made some decisions on what parts of their curriculum I really like and want to go back to. I am also going to just share you guys, so I'm gonna do a little The Good and the Beautiful haul and tell you why I have decided to use some of their curriculum again. And then I'm also going to share some other things that I have purchased from christianbook.com. So my philosophy, I think at this point, is I want some core curriculum, but then I want to supplement with other curriculum. Maybe I don't use those others to their fullest extent, but I just pick and choose what I like out of those curriculum to add to my children's education. It's kind of where I've gotten to with my philosophy in homeschooling because there is obviously no perfect curriculum. Someone commented that on my video and I said I was changing everything again. They're like, look, there's no perfect curriculum, just pick something and stick with it, was their philosophy. And that's fine for you, but honestly for me, I even tried to respond and I don't think they got what I was saying, or I didn't get what they were saying, but that's okay. I agree. There's no perfect curriculum. The Good and the Beautiful is not perfect. It's also not the worst ever. Like, I think I was kind of really down on it at one point, and I think that was a little extreme. But I don't think it's a perfect curriculum, and I do think it's very overhyped here on YouTube, and sadly that's because people are sponsored. Let's just be real. These homeschool channels, you know, you need to make money if you're gonna post like constantly on your YouTube channel. And if you're gonna put like a ton of time into it, you need to make money. And so a way of doing that on YouTube is through sponsorships. That's the biggest way that YouTubers make money for the most part. I know, because I have a cleaning channel, I have done this as my full-time job. So I don't anymore because I'm trying to homeschool my kids. I already have a full-time job. But anyway, so I think that's just the truth. Those people that were sponsored by The Good, the Beautiful, they're not gonna say the negatives. They're not gonna like give their full honest truth about it because they're being paid to talk about it. They have talking points they're supposed to hit, and they're just not gonna mention the negatives. And that's just the truth. And people may try to argue that, but honestly, as a YouTuber, I know that when you're sponsored, if you say something negative, they're going to take that sponsor away. They're not going to pay you. So anyway, that's why I think it's overhyped. And I think when things are overhyped, it kind of turns me off to it. I'm like, that's overhyped. I know those people are sponsored. Like, okay. And so it's kind of like, at first I was liking it, and then I started to get worried. I do also think The Good and the Beautiful is, since it's an open and go curriculum, it's not in depth enough. Their math, their English, I still to this day do not believe it's in depth enough because of how open and go it is. But some people, that's what they need and what they want and what they can afford, and they're fine with that. For me, I love how open and go it is, and I love how organized they are. I'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to go deeper. And so I think to go deeper, I'm gonna supplement their stuff. So let me show you what I got so I can kind of explain some more. So I actually don't have everything that I got, but here's my The Good and the Beautiful box. And I did want to leave this in here to show you guys, if you've never bought from The Good and the Beautiful, they really do package their stuff very nicely. I have had the clock on one of their math boxes like break on me, and they sent me a new one. It was still broken. I don't know. So, you know, they're not perfect, but they do try. Like, they put some heavy duty stuff in there compared to any other curriculum company I purchased from. So I appreciate that. They're trying to keep their stuff, you know, in good condition as it's being delivered. Another thing I love about them is how organized all of their stuff is. And honestly, if you have a bunch of kids, to have that help of the organization, if you're not a naturally organized person like me, or if you just have so many kids and you just don't have enough time to do all that organizing, whatever the case, they are so organized. And as I've tried other curriculum, like for example, All About Reading, I am realizing how much I appreciate how organized The Good and the Beautiful is. And sometimes simplification, like you don't need to beat a dead horse. I think sometimes the simpleness of The Good and the Beautiful, people will be like, you know, oh, it's not in depth enough. But sometimes just doing a simple concept, explaining it in a simple way is enough. So there's that. But what I ended up deciding to get, I did order the Preschool, which I've still been using with Jack. I think I told you guys that. I did order the Preschool for my 3-year-old. She is ready for this, and I think, criticize this preschool program that it was going a little too fast, and I felt like it was just going through the letters like too quickly, and that was bothering me with my kindergartner when I was trying to do it with him. This is a preschool curriculum, but I have been using it in kindergarten for him. And so I did feel like that, but once we got the hang of the letters, it's actually been fine. So it's kind of like maybe you just need to slow down at the beginning of the program, maybe use like some other stuff. Like I supplemented with, what is it called? It's like a letter program by the Homeschool channel 7 and all. Can't remember the name of it, but anyway, but I really do like the videos for this preschool curriculum. I love the videos. That is something even Henry, who hasn't been doing The Good and the Beautiful, my 8-year-old, he did say, oh, I did like the videos from The Good and the Beautiful. Like that's one thing he misses. They do have really good videos, and my little ones love it. Like they will actually want to watch more. So it's kind of like Leapfrog. I don't know if you've ever seen that video where they have like songs and stuff to go with the sounds of the letters to help you remember. It's like that on for their videos, which you can watch their videos without, it's just on YouTube, without owning the curriculum. But I like that it prompts me on certain videos to watch, and then my kids will keep watching it. But they have songs like Jesus Loves You or Me or whatever. And my kids will just watch those for a little bit while I'm working with another child. So I like that because it's educational. So anyway, I do like their preschool curriculum, and I'm gonna go ahead and start doing this a little bit with my 3-year-old. I'm not someone that feels like it needs to be a new school year to get started on stuff with her. So that's one thing I got. And then I got their language arts level K for my kindergartner. So he's still doing the preschool, but I think he's good. Like, he knows the uppercase letters, the lowercase letters, and he knows their sounds. He might forget some, but I think that's okay. I think I can remind him if he forgets something as we're doing this. I've already done this once with Henry, who's 8 now. We did this whole thing. Honestly, I did like it. I loved their booster cards. So something I've noticed as I've tried All About Reading, and I kind of mentioned this in my video when I said I was changing everything, that I did notice with All About Reading, there's a lot of similarities to The Good and the Beautiful. I do think The Good and the Beautiful kind of took some of the concepts from All About Reading, simplified it, and made it more organized. Like in All About Reading, I have them right here actually, all of these flashcards that you use, which I do like flashcards, but sometimes it's just kind of a lot. Like a lot of stuff to manage. Whereas these booster cards are so simple, and you just go through the cards until they're mastered, and it's just so much simpler. They also have videos that, like I said, my son Henry liked, that I really enjoyed to help me teach the child when I just don't feel like what I'm saying is clicking. Going to one of their videos helps. So I love how organized and simplified it is. Now, I think I'm still gonna do All About Reading. I'm just gonna supplement with All About Reading. And when I feel like, this is going a little too quick, or they didn't cover a concept well enough, deep enough, that's when I'm gonna stop, do a little bit of All About Reading. And I think that will be like a perfect combination. I'll let you guys know how that goes. I also love, so it comes with these two things, the course book and the booster cards, and then it comes with the reading books, and this is great. Like, we have these, but they were kind of, old from when my other son used it, so I just bought them again. But it just comes with these little tiny books, and these are fun. So my other problem with The Good and the Beautiful was their readers. Like, I felt like it was too goody two-shoes and a little bit too watered down, their literature, for my personal taste for my kids. And that's why I like Sunlight a lot better. So like my 2nd grader, he's doing the Sunlight readers. I think he's doing their 3rd grade readers. And those are great. And they're like historical fiction and stuff. And those are like real, actually good literature, but, and it's not like raunchy, I'm not asking for that. I just don't want it to be like watered down, which is what I feel like The Good and the Beautiful does. But for a sweet little 5-year-old in kindergarten, these books are fine. Like, they're super cute. Like, it's just, I dig. They're literally reading a book that has 2 words, like it doesn't need to be that in depth. And I think these are actually really sweet. And I already have a lot of their readers, like books that I have purchased extra that go along with this program. And those are really nice to reinforce. So when they're super young, just first learning to read, like kindergarten, maybe even 1st grade, I'm okay with the readers. My oldest even did one of their high school levels, language arts, and I did not like their book choices or the way they watered things down at all. So I still stand by that stance, but I think when they're this age, it's fine. And what I think I'm gonna do, so I didn't do it yet. Let me show you the other 2 things I got. So I did get these. I just love their readers. They have great readers for young kids. It's just as they get older that it disappointed me because it felt so watered down. But I also got kindergarten books, Pet Pals. I know my daughter will love this because she loves animals. She loves horses. She loves dogs. So I know she'll love this when I get to teaching her how to read. Like, look how cute that is. Liz and Pip. It's like a little girl holding a pig. She's gonna love these. But Jack, he'll like these too, even though animals aren't as big of a deal for him. And then this one is Little Books That Go, so I guess about transportation. And then it also has like a Spot It. Like, my kids love Where's Waldo, so they love those like, can you find it type things. So and there's just such good quality. Like, I love the quality and the packaging of everything. They make it to where it's so nice and organized and you don't have to do a thing. So that's everything I got, but actually I got more. It just hasn't come in yet. I ended up, after that, deciding, spoiler alert, to get the language arts level 3 for my 8-year-old who's still in 2nd grade. I'm obviously, like, we're almost done with 2nd grade, and his reading has really improved since we've been doing All About Reading. I really love that program. His reading has really improved, so I think he's definitely ready for their level 3. But I have just felt like we're still gonna do spelling, you see. We're still gonna do other programs to supplement. So the parts, like, I feel like this does a really good job, but there are just some things missing. And if you don't have the time or don't want to cover those things, or your kid doesn't need it, then this is great. But if they do need it, or you do have the time and want to go a little deeper, I think that you can just add stuff. I also noticed about All About Reading, a part of my reason of going back to the Good and the Beautiful is we are flying through. Henry is flying through level 3. Now, he's already, you know, more than halfway through 2nd grade, but he's just flying through it, and there's only like 54 lessons. I think they kind of assume that you're only going to do like half a lesson a day or whatever. Me and him are doing like 2 lessons a day. Like, we're just flying through it. And so I think that it's just a good supplement. It's not like a full year curriculum though. It's really just a supplement for us. And so I feel like with the Good and the Beautiful, we can have, you know, like a full year's worth of a curriculum. Even the Good and the Beautiful only has 120 lessons. And so having something else like All About Reading, I don't think it's too much because there's only 120 lessons. It's not even a full school year from the Good and the Beautiful. So I will let you guys know when I get the rest of my The Good and the Beautiful order, because spoiler, I'm even thinking about math stuff. Like, after I ordered this, I was like, oh, maybe I should have gotten him the kindergarten math, but I'll talk about that in another video. I still love Math with Confidence, but I need to leave that for another video. So anyway, now I'll talk more about the Good and Beautiful stuff, and if you guys have questions and, you know, think, you know, I hope I explained how I feel about the Good and the Beautiful now better, why I'm going back to using some of their stuff, but we'll be supplementing this time with other things. So anyway, I also got, as far as math, this new curriculum to me. I'd never heard of it before, mathematical reasoning. So I'm really excited to try this. I would never use it, I don't think, as a full curriculum because it's just kind of worksheets and that's it. But like, this one is meant for ages 3. So I got this for my daughter. She loves to do school, and I don't think she's really ready for the kindergarten Math with Confidence yet. She's only like a few months, like almost 3.5. I just don't think, I could start that with her and I think she'd be okay, but I don't really want to. I just don't feel she's ready. But things like this, like it says, touch and say count. So we will count like 1 baseball, and then we will count 2 dinosaurs, 1, 2, 3 flowers, and it shows you the numbers. So little things like this, we could just do a page a day, I think could be really good for her. And I think the pictures are cute of animals, something she'll like. And then it gets more complex. It talks about shapes, which is something that we're learning. Like, I do a shape puzzle thing with her. And so I think it would be nice to have, like this says, touch and count the corners of each triangle. So I think that's really nice. And so I just think it has like a lot of little practice, like draw a line to the number. So I think this could even be for Jack, some of these later lessons that I could utilize with him. I'm considering just making copies so that I can use it, especially this one. I also got grade 2 for Henry, even though we're using Math with Confidence and we are liking it. I'll talk about Math with Confidence in another video. But this is just a different way of thinking about math. It's mathematical reasoning. And so like, this one, I like how it's talking about baseball. I think that's fun. And so you read like all this info about baseball and the bases, and then you kind of fill in the information. This one, what is the largest number you can write using 2 digits? So just kind of like thinking deeper when it comes to math in like a worksheet form is something I like. And then it just has like addition practice. It's just different ways of doing math. And math is such an important subject to me. All of my kids have been really strong in math. So anyway, my kids are like screaming. I don't think things are going. I need to wrap this up. Also, my camera is dying. So 2 other things I got is Explode the Code. I always did Explode the Code with Henry and I kind of got off of it. I don't know why. So it's a really nice independent thing to have for your kids. Even in kindergarten, it's pretty independent. So I got Explode the Code 1 for Jack. as something that he can do independently, like when he does his handwriting. And it's really simple, like circling what letter sound the picture starts with and things, really simple. And then I got Explode the Code 5 for Henry, which I think this is really good because it reminds you, like I was looking through it, it reminds you like the ending ed usually means that something has already happened. If the root ends in D or T, ed is said, like ed, as in added. So just reminders of like ed. I think that's something that will be good practice for him. And then there was like old or like OLD or ING, I don't know, you know, just those types of things for spelling and phonics and all that. So I needed some more independent stuff for them to do where I can just say, hey, go do this for a minute while I'm working with another child. So anyway, I have to cut this video. I can talk forever about homeschooling, but I think I'll make a video when I get some of my other stuff in. I'll make another video talking about that. I think I'm going to make a video about math with confidence. I still like it, but I have some thoughts. So I want to just keep you guys updated. So if anything, y'all are just going to be kept updated on my crazy curriculum journey. And I think after this year, I will be solidified more. Like Sunlight is something I always love. Although the alveary is something I'm looking into for next year. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts on the alveary. But anyway, hopefully I can get solidified for next year. But we're going to keep using this stuff. Like I think we're going to take like a short summer. Like we will take a summer, but we're not going to do as long as we have in the past. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. That just lets YouTube know that you enjoyed my video. They might push it out to other people. Please be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when I post new videos. I'll see you next time. Bye.